At first, Moira Hawkins thought she might be imagining the sound. It was so soft at first, like a sigh on the wind or a whisper through the trees. Except she wasn't in the woods. She was laying in bed in the private wing of Castle Darien, her family's nearly ancient stronghold. But the windows were open. That had to be it. The temperature was cool but pleasant, and she didn't need to use the heat or air conditioning systems, which was good, since they would never be great in such an old stone fortress. Moira had promised her grandmother she wouldn't let the castle, built at the end of the 13th century, go to ruin. She said she would try to do everything needed to bring it up to the standards so many others used to save the structure and turn it into a hotel. She was partway there. While she worked on getting the necessary loans and finding contractors to undertake such an epic restructuring, she hired a tour company to bring visitors through. There were even a few Haunted Ireland tours put on by historians who talked about some of the dire events of the Emerald Isle's bloody past. She figured anything around for over 800 years must have some nightmarish events to relay. And her ancestral home was in the Republic of Ireland, which had suffered a great deal of bloodshed to get where it was today. Yet, it occurred to her that she had heard, or at least imagined, the soft, mournful sobs before. The night Granny had died. Imagination had to be. But she'd heard the sound the night before they found the old man drowned in the river that ran alongside the castle's western wall, too, and the time the would-be thief fell to his death from the wall. They'd learned the elderly gentleman visiting family in the area had been suffering from cancer. Moira wondered if he had chosen his end. And while the thief shouldn't have been trying to climb the wall, he hadn't deserved death. As she thought back, she realized the sound had preceded all those events. She shook her head. She had to be imagining it. She might have spent the last few years of Granny's illness working in the States, but she'd grown up with all the tales of leprechauns, pixies, fairies, and banshees. Granny had been so good at telling them, holding her cousins and her spellbound as she wove her magical tales. The crying grew louder. She wasn't imagining it. She could definitely hear it. It wasn't a frightened cry. It was mournful, heartfelt. Yet, Moira was afraid. Where is it coming from?